thing about covering all of the Famicom games is some days you get an all-time classic, some days you get a game with complex mechanics that will take a while to explain, and some days you get the latest entry in the easiest Famicom series to make. But before I get into that, we have officially entered the 1992 holiday season. Those last 6 weeks of the year when publishers like to focus their releases for holiday sales. Of course, the holiday in question here is New Year's rather than Christmas, but it's still the same principle. From 1987 to 1991, the number of games released in the holiday season was remarkably consistent, basically high 30s. Presumably a lot of that had to do with how many cartridges Nintendo could manufacture, since they were responsible for actually making the cartridges for most publishers. Well, in 1992 that number has gone down quite a bit. There were just 17 Famicom games released in the 1992 holiday season, even fewer than what came out during the 1985 holiday season. And while in previous years the holiday season represented about 25% of all games released that year, in 1992 it doesn't even crack 20%. The Famicom is really on its last legs here. Let's get back to Eego Shinan 93 though. 93 is following up 92 pretty quickly, since Eego Shinan 92 was released in 1992. The Shinan series were Heck's solution to the problem of making a Go AI. Basically, they didn't. Go is the ancient game where players put stones of their color down on a 19 by 19 grid, and the goal is to surround the largest amount of territory. Completely enclosing the opponent's stones will remove them from the board, and count against them in final scoring. Traditionally, the problem with making AIs to play Go is that the number of possible moves at any given point in Go is huge. 361 at the start of the game. And if you want to look more than one move ahead, you have to keep multiplying those possibilities out. You can narrow the options a bit, but not that much. Which is why it took until 2015 to create an AI that could play Go reasonably well against a skilled human player. With no AI, the Shinan series instead presented completed Go games, many of which were from Championship series. The 4 game modes in Eego Shinan 92 let you watch the game play out, either automatically or requiring that you advance the game, or allow you to guess what the next correct move would be. And it either gives you up to 5 possible choices, or allows you to pick from anywhere on the board. For the quiz games, when you reach the end, you get a score based on how well you could predict the best move. Eego Shinan 93 offers the largest quantity of Go games in any of the series. There are 135 games on the cartridge, 36 modern games from 92 and 93, and then the remainder are sample games from past Grandmasters. While the Shinan series weren't wildly popular, they definitely have a bit of cachet among fans of Go. They're distinctive artifacts of the game at that time. And as somebody who enjoys Go but is also kind of bad at it, I kind of like these games. Okay, they're all the same to the point where I could have just posted one of the old ones with a new title card and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference, but I still think they're kind of neat. I wouldn't recommend them to anyone unless you also liked Go, but I think Heck knew they had a niche product and just liked sticking with their niche.